Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode, as they both Houston Rockets defeat the Portland Trail Blazers 102 to 95, and followed by the second game, it was the Clippers beat the Nets, and the Huge dominate 112 to 90. And now coming up next of the game, we're off to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the in-game music is ready to go. And that is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good matchup for you. We're off to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It is going to be a marquee matchup. Features the two of the Western Conference team. It features Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol of the Los Angeles Lakers take on Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for this game, not in the real life when the Lakers use the yellow and the Thunder they use the dark blue. Instead, I'm going to use the Lakers in the purple and the Thunder in the white. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video, and now we send it over to Kevin Harlan here in Oklahoma City. Me here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. It's Friday night basketball. It's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And with the opening tip, let's go out to Oklahoma City and join our broadcast team of Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr.
Oklahoma City land of the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
He's one of the elite scorers in league history, able to create space for his shot with unbelievable footwork and ball handling ability, fundamentals, and of course, unfazed by an aggressive defender.
Well, he's used to being the focal point of a defense, so that doesn't bother him at all. Never phases him. It also doesn't phase him when he misses shots. He always believes he's a shot away from going on a run, and he's always hungry for buckets.
Good game here. We'll get this road trip started confidently for the Lakers. Winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
Well, they're hot right now, guys. I mean, they've been on a big-time roll. And coming into this game, I would say this is probably the best basketball that they've played this year.
That's what their recent games would indicate, Steve. I mean, they've been basically invincible. It's really been a showcase of just how dominant this team can be when they're clicking on all cylinders.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. Back to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the basket good. Sheffield has got the first 3 points tonight for the Thunder.
The D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open. Well, his heart might be in Oklahoma City now, but growing up, Kevin Durant said he wanted to be, of all things, a Raptor. That's right, he was a Raptor fan. A lot of it, he said, was just wanting to be part of something new.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got himself on the board with 3 there. On defense, Oklahoma City. 4-point game. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And a loss like that, guys, you just got to flush it down the toilet and put it behind you.
Yeah, you do, Steve, but it's much easier said than done. I mean, it's hard not to dwell on the type of poor performance it was for them.
And going back to Durant, I'm sure the Raptors would have loved to have had him. I got to be honest, I did not know he grew up a Raptors fan.
I had no idea. I'm guessing maybe he fell in love with Vince Carter at the dunk contest.
Maybe that was it, yeah.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The kick out to Westbrook. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
And good on the basket. Hook it. Westbrook's got 5 now.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Kobe kicks to Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were, and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up-tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
That's a good assessment.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Jamison dishes to Young. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 6.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Jackson kicks to Gomes. Back to Jackson. The dish to Jones. Roberson. And a miss there on the triple. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, a bit ago, Scott Brooks and I were able to chat. Going into their first game against the squad, he told me, we'll attack inside and see how it works. See whether they're able to turn us away. Guys, coaching an explosive team like this, a good idea to try and exploit that at the rim.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. Kobe Bryant 4th. And, of course, Nick Young.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard spot. But even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, that's right, because all they have done up there is convert their chances. That's it, plain and simple. These are the steadiest hands you're going to find. Not just in their position, but in the league overall.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it. Kevin, let's take a look at what the Oklahoma Thunder did over the last month in the league ranking. First in shooting percentage, second in 3-point field goal percentage, and they're in the top 1/3 of the league in assists. The quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
Ejected by Jones. Here's Gomes. Jackson passes to Jones. And the Thunder, another 3.
The defense has done very little to slow them down so far.
Lakers trail by 6. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Farmar dishes to Jamison. Pass to Johnson. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Jamison kicks to Johnson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Gets it off. What a
Brady at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Thunder leading by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Tune in next Wednesday, December 18th. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on the Houston Rockets. Don't miss out.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Farmar is out there with Kobe. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Johnson, and it's Sakarian at the center position.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
You know, you look over at how tough the West has been over the last decade or so, and you've never seen a team dominate that conference the way the Thunder did last year. They were on the road.
They get a hand on it. Westbrook with the steal. Jumps up. And there's the strong time to finish it off. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just waiting right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
The record for the Thunder against the West, 39-13. This number is that you never really see their team playing against what is always, Steve, a very tough Western Conference.
Well, just to give you an idea of how good the Thunder were in the West last year, I mean, you'd have to go all the way back to the 08-09 season to find another club that had more than 39 wins against the West. That was the 09 Lakers, of course, who went on to win it all.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, we talked before about Steve Nash last season cracking the elite 10,000 assist club, joining Stockton, Jay Kidd, Mark Jackson, and eventually passing Magic Johnson in assists. Well, now he's passed Mark Jackson as well to rank third all-time in career assists. It's an incredible career that includes 2 MVP awards.
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Back to Durant. Launches a three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
You know what I love about Durant, Kevin, is the fact that he can be cruising along and then all of a sudden he'll just kick it into high gear. You know, he gets his points quietly at times because it comes so effortlessly. But when the game's on the line, he can get hot and just bury you.
Steve, if you were just going to dream up a score, a machine-like, video game-like score, KD, Kevin Durant, is what you would come up with. Long, lean, can shoot it deep, ball skills, and the attitude and aggressiveness of a late-game closer.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, I think they're a little better than this ball club, and it showed last year winning the season series.
And the Lakers with some changes. Chris Kaman's checked in for Robert Sacre. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmar. Young against Durant. The pass to Cephalosha. Back to Durant. Young with the steal. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Young's got 8 points. Steve just mentioned how they won the season series a year ago. That was the way it went against most teams they faced.
True. They were a very hard team to get the best of, Kevin.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And Durant gets it to go.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot. And Thabo Sefolosha, guys, you know he's from Switzerland. Last season enjoyed the best shooting of his career. He set career best in field goal percentage and three-point percentage, 48% and 43% respectively.
Beyond the arc. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Sefolosha's got 6 here in this quarter.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And the Lakers call time here. And Clark, you mentioned Sefolosha. One is a wing defender, but it's encouraging, Steve, to see him shooting so well.
Yeah, and he's become more aggressive offensively, too. He really is a three-point shooter, kind of a spot-up guy. But, you know, at times last year, we'd see him go down on the block and post up smaller guards.
Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Sefolosha. Here's Kaman. A finger roll finish at the bucket. Kaman's got his first basket of the night.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And he's going to cost them some foul troubles. Start putting some bodies on bodies physically.
The Thunder have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
Hey, guys, I'd have to credit the work they put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago.
There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Westbrook with the drive. Takes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 16.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
It's stolen by Ibaka.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, they got to hurry. Step on the gas here.
Pass to Roberson. He tries for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Kobe goes in. Back to Gasol. Nash outside. Outside, Kobe. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists tonight.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Here's Westbrook. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? Really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
And that concludes the first half. Thunder lead by 10. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint. Welcome to 2K Sports. The games are starting to take on a little more meaning as the season gets into full swing. Oklahoma City up on top against Los Angeles. A big game for them right now. A win here would move them into the 8th seed in the conference. Russell Westbrook just having his way against the Lakers. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And hanging tough, the Los Angeles Lakers. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. Let's check out what's on tap around the league. The Jazz will square off against the Nuggets out in Denver. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And one game also on the docket. Over at AT&T Center, the Spurs will face off against the Timberwolves. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. And now, a look at the other NBA action. The Memphis Grizzlies currently trailing New Orleans out in New Orleans. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Third quarter just around the corner, so let's get on back out to Kevin and the crew.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, the magic touch with the ball. He just made great decisions, piling up the assists there in the first half. Really doing a nice job for his teammates.
It isn't a very common occurrence, Steve. Typically, he's more likely to be on the receiving end of the pass, but so far, it's been the other way around here.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Thunder. On the wings, it's Cephalosha and KD, Kevin Durant. Locking at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they had the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next highest team in the Miami Heat. So, maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight Howard deciding to move to Houston? The team won't have to shoulder the even more punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
He's very savvy in traffic. He gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
Very true. And what I've noticed with him is his ability to jump on teams right out of the break. I mean, he doesn't need a ton of shots to get going. He's locked in by nature. You know, people look at Steve Nash, guys, and I don't know if they automatically think tremendous athlete, but he is. He's a different type of tremendous athlete. He's not going to blind you or amaze you with his running and jumping ability, but it's his agility, his coordination, his balance, the fact that he's ambidextrous. Not only with his hands, but with his feet. I mean, he's equally balanced going either way with the ball or on his pivots. And he attributes a lot of that to playing soccer and ice hockey as a youth.
And Kobe throws it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And Bernash's great agility really helps him on the offensive side, certainly. And change of speed and direction and shifting all over the floor. He can keep defenders off balance. Always has been able to do that.
Yeah, but defensively is where he's suffered here the last couple of seasons, just losing a little bit as he's aged. But a smart player and understands how to survive defensively out on the floor.
You know, free throw shooting is always critical in terms of outcomes of games. And the Thunder last year often had an advantage at the line. Not only did they get there at a high rate, they made their free throws at a high rate as well.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Kaman. Jamison comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kobe. Cephalosha's shot is good.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Best shooting team at the free throw line last season by a good margin. Clark, you're right, the Thunder shot 83% as a team. Very nice percentage for any player, much less an entire team, Steve, and actually the third best for a team in league history.
And as we talked about earlier, Kevin, it wasn't just the makes, it was the attempts. I mean, this is a club that can slash and attack the basket. They finished second in the NBA in free throw attempts. So what a combination to be able to get to the rim, get to the free throw line, and then convert.
One-on-one here. Here's Blake. Nice work on the boards, paying off at the basket. Young's got 13.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points has come in the paint.
And the Lakers with some changes. Kamen comes in for Nick Young, and Kobe is subbed in for Jody Meeks. Cephalosha kicks to Perkins with his first shot attempt, and yes, sir, that one drops. And the Thunder lead by 8. LA's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. And Kobe, here we go. Here's Kamen. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Jones for 3, and the Thunder another 3. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Suns.
That didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Goes, and the Thunder another 3.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Here's Blake. Right through the D for the layup. Blake's got 9 points here in the second half.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
He dishes it to Kobe. The feed to Blake. Outside for Jamison. All alone. And the Lakers take on 2 more.
Well, he found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
Here's Cephalosha. And it is good.
Really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Thunder out in front. They lead by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Wednesday, December 18th, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. An Eastern Conference showdown. Be there.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Nick Young is out there with Antawn Jamison. Then there's Farmer. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Kobe in at the 2 spot.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Lakers trail by 8. Now Farmer. And he uses the glass on the layup.
But he's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Westbrook kicks to Jackson. Durant. Jackson passes to Durant. Kept alive. Ibaka dishes to Durant. That is good. Durant's got 24 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Feeds to Kobe. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Bobcats. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, it wasn't that the Thunder were beating teams last season. Everybody expected that, but it was the way they were blowing out teams on such a regular basis that caught everybody's attention.
The Lakers making a switch here. Blake's checked in. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that race. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space
the bucket. Good. And for the Thunder, they were blowing out teams on a regular basis, as you said, Clark, and ended plus 9.2 as the scoring differential in their games. Steve, easily the highest mark in the NBA.
Well, just think about that for a second, Kevin. I mean, that means your average game is almost a double-digit win. Not just wins, but we're talking about all games. So that's the result of having an explosive offense, depth, and a tough defense. This was really a complete team, unfortunately derailed by the Westbrook injury.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Blake's got 11 points here in just the second half. Our timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted to get it. Watch out now.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Here's Perkins, hits the jumper. And the Thunder lead by 8. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Nash kicks to Jamison, pass to Kobe. Puts up a 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Durant, defended by Young. The kick out to Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Took him no time at all on that one. Young's got 19 points.
He still has not missed a shot. Where would they be without him?
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook. The tray. Gets it to go.
This guy's really flowing with this stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Al Gasol is checked in for Antoine Jamison. Nash drives in. Blocked. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they... one on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Young passes to Kobe. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shoots it up. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist by Nash. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Look out, guys. I mean, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Outside, Kobe, Nash, again, Los Angeles.
What a beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Here's Cephalosha, and again it's Oklahoma City. Lakers trail by 8, and outside. Again, Los Angeles.
This is the kind of one-man performance that can win games for a team.
Yeah, he's unflappable, Steve. He doesn't seem rattled at all by the score, and is now 4 for 4 in the quarter.
Westbrook dishes to Cephalosha. He kicks it to Durant. With the fadeaway. Again, Oklahoma City. Los Angeles has gotten the groove from three-point range here. 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Got that bucket in no time at all.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And that's an intentional foul. Kobe with the steal.
He sniffed that steal out. I mean, just the right moment to make his move. Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
And an intentional foul right there.
You know, every team needs a stopper out on the perimeter, Kevin. There's so many great offensive players in this league, so you've got to have a guy who can shut people down. That's what Cephalosha does. He's savvy, he's long arms, he's quick laterally, and knows how to defend.
Yeah, one thing that Tabo always has is that defensive calling card, guys, that great defensive presence. It isn't easy finding guys out on the perimeter who play like him, and this team is lucky to have him getting his hands in passing lane, deflecting passes, always around the ball, lockdown defense, invaluable player. Back to Young, and Durant sends it back, but they recover it. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
His three-point shot is so pure, just draining one after another.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
There's no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
A nice shot by Nash.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Goes up on the top of the key. Money! Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're up by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. We're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Brew, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
That was not even come far behind time for the Lakers as they tried to come back but fell short as the Thunder beat the Lakers by 5 points, 122 to 117. Russell Westbrook with 37 points, Kevin Durant with 33 points, Cephalusha with 21 points, and on the other hand, Nick Young is 28 points. Kobe Bryant got 22 and 10, and Blake got 13 points along with that. Steve Nash. So that means the Lakers fell to Thunder. So skipping all the way to the Timberwolves Spurs game here, we are skipping right there. Jazz and the Nuggets. It's Nuggets survived by 1 point, so close to the Jazz victory. 106 to 105. That's JaVale McGee 25-11. Ty Lawson got 18 and 8. Even Kenter got 22. Brock got 20 and 10. Kings and the Suns. It is Kings are now 4 in a row. Are you kidding me? Kings are now 4 in a row. The Sacramento Kings are now 4 in a row now. Since the winless started. Goran Dragic got failed to triple double 22, 9 and 9. Green got 21. Butler got 20. Cousins got 23 and 15. Thomas got 20 and 9. Wow, how did the Kings start getting 4 in a row? 4 in a row. The 4 winning streak so far for the Kings since they began the season with winless. Wizards and the Hawks we got. It's the Wizards win. Paul Millsap got 34. Lou Williams got 28. Dene got 28. John Wall got triple-double, and he failed the triple-double by Bradley Beal. 20 points, 14 assists, 9 rebounds. They were playing overtime. Knicks and the Celtics, and we got the Knicks will win this game. Green got 22. Bradley got 21. Lee got 21. And triple-double by Rondo. 18 points, 16 rebounds, 13 assists. Wallace got 13 and 12. Carmelo got 38. J.R. Smith got 24. Raymond Felton got 24 and 10. And Starmark got 20 and 10. Looks like they also play in overtime as well. And also close game. Knicks and the Pistons. It's the Nets. I actually don't say Knicks. The Nets beat the Pistons. Jennings has 32 and so close to triple-double. Josh Smith 28. Lopez 26. Terry got 22. 80 and 12 for Garnett. Next is the Bulls and the Bucks. It's Bucks stun Bulls another overtime as well. OJ Mayo got 32. Knight got 3 and 11. And Astoria got 17 and 9. Despite Derrick Rose scored 48 points. And Luol Deng got 22. And last but not least is the Timberwolves face the Spurs. And Timberwolves somehow win. Steven Jackson 19. Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker tied with 18, and Lab is 29. And now in the main event of the day, we're off to Oakland, California, and Oracle Arena. We got a good Western Conference duo. It features here in Oracle Arena. The second game of the day features in Oracle Arena in Oakland. We got James Harden and Dwight Howard of the Houston Rockets take on Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors. And this will be in real life. That was before the Game 7 started tomorrow night. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin's The Thunder survive over the Lakers 122 to 117. I'm Andre Kenshin. Say some for Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. We'll see you later on today here in Oracle Arena for the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll be see you later here in Oracle Arena for the Rockets and Warriors. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye.